So hello everyone, welcome back to the Codersarts. In previous video we have created a lot of things like the setting activity here, and we have done some changes, and we are also restarting the main activity by using this intent method, so that once we click on the set local we are going to use our language. Okay, now we have to make some changes here, like we have to create a button for moving from the uh, from main activity to the setting activity. So what we have to do, we have to write a code for button. Okay, and button with the wrap content, and height is also a wrap content. Okay, in this wrap content we have to use some text here, which is known as the change language. Okay, so by clicking on this button we have to move to the change language screen. Okay, for setting screen. So let's use the id here. Id at the rate id is change language screen. Okay, so we have given the id here, and we can also close this and add some orientation like gravity here. Okay, so in this gravity we are going to use center. Okay, so we also need some gravity here as well. Okay, so gravity is center. Okay, so everything is fine, and now we have to write some code for the main activity as well, so that we can initialize it, and we are going to navigate to setting activity for the language change. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to use a button here. Okay, and by using this button we are going to initialize it here. So change language button equal to point view by id dot id dot change button language screen. Okay, so by using this we are going to navigate it here. Okay, change dot set on click listener. In this we have to pass our activity, start activity, and we are going to use our code for starting the activity, which is basically we are going to use the intent here. In this intent we have to pass this and just use the setting activity dot class. Okay, so by this we can navigate to the main activity, to the setting activity, and in this setting activity we are passing data, and we are going to change our language. So now what we have to do, we have to set the language here, and by using this generate method, and after that what we have to do, we have to add some more strings file here. So right click here, and on the resource folder go to this and go to Android resource file. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to create a one more file which is known as the string dot strings dot xml. Okay, in this string.xml file we have to select the local, and we have to select this here, and in this here we have to type the French language, and we can select this, and after here we have to also use the France for the flagging. So here we have created this as file here. Here you can see we have created the French file here as well. Now we have to instantiate it with the French language. So what we have to do, I already written some code for string.xml file for the French language. So we are going to use this. Okay, so just we are going to paste it here. Okay, and also we need some replacement because this one is not going to work for us. So let's replace this, control plus R, and we are going to replace. Okay, replace all. Okay, so we have replaced it, and then after we also need to create one more file which is known as the string.xml. strings dot xml. We can select local here again, and it is for the Spanish. Okay, so this is the Spanish here, and we are using the Spain. Let's find out the name for the Spain. Okay, we don't have option for the Spain, so we can select any other language, which is basically for SP. Okay, let me search first. So here we have some region as well, so we have to select the Spain here. So as you can see, here is the Spain option, and just click on this and click on OK, and we are going to generate a file as well. So here we have also created some content for the Spain. So let's copy this code and just write it here. Okay, so here you can see some type of things is also managed on this screen. So don't worry about it, we have to remove this one. Okay, and after that, in our string.xml file, we can see here is something that is can't be used. Okay, so we have to first convert it to the Spanish language. uh, to So here we have some code for the Spain. So we have to just create this in Spanish file as well. So just press Ctrl V, and we can see everything is created properly. Okay, so we have the Spanish one, and we have the French one, and we have the English one. Okay, so we have sorted out the error as well. So now what we have to do, we have to execute our code to see if our app is working properly or not. Okay, so first of all, we have to go to this devices, and we can just select the Google Pixel 7a. So in this app, we are going to use our device Google Pixel. Okay, so we can connect it on the data on the basically data cable. So let's click on this, and we have to go to the device manager, and we have to start the mirroring here. Okay, and we have to just minimize it. We have to wait for a few minutes after the building gets completed. So as we can see, we have written some app name and the setting parameters and all. So we are going to use this array list here for changing the language. In the main activity, we have the button for moving from the one screen to the other screen. Okay, so our device is visible here, and our Gradle is also building here. So here we can see our Gradle is building. Let's say if we have any error or not. So we have to wait for the few minutes, and after the build is completed, we are launching our activity in our device. So here is launching on devices. Okay, so here is the English version of the application. Okay, as we can see, this is the English version, and we have to click on the change language here, and we have the English, French, and Spanish. So let's select Spanish first and click on the change button. So we can see our data changes to the Spanish, and we have the Cambiar, idioma, and this type of language we are getting in our application. Okay, so as we can go here, and we can also select the language. Like we have to click if we have to use it, then we have to use, select the Finnish if you want. But if you wanted to select in English, so we can also change it in English. Okay, so our app we have to kill, and just click here, and again our app is getting started, and we have to select the French, and we have to click on the change language, so we can see everything is changes here. Okay, so here you can see the equal lakeside, it is basically equal lakeside data that we have inserted here in our string.xml file. So all the game is totally depend upon the three files here, and also depend upon the setting activity. Okay, so we have to use this setting for configuration and the other stuff. So that's all for this video series, and if you have any other ideas and you wanted to implement it, you can just drop a comment or just drop a mail to contact@codersarts.com. So let's meet on the next project video series. Thank you for being with us.